What's going on? Today we're going over 13 reasons why your stomach hurts. My name is Chase Wheeler, and today is August 27th, my birthday. Happy birthday to me. If you want to give me a free gift, just to like and subscribe and just stay tuned. So that's free. You can always unsubscribe later. My girlfriend sent me my horoscope today before you click off, because this is where I would click off, to be honest. But she sent it to me, and it's very fitting for what we're going to discuss today. So it says, on jobs that appear too enormous, enlist the help of your family and friends. So the biggest birthday gift I got is that I had thoughts about redoing this whole channel and the way that I want to do it, and even getting rid of it. But I was reached out to 3 separate times by you all, by different subscribers, and that it was super meaningful. I had great conversations with these people. So I'm going to keep at it, and let's get started. I won't take up too much time with the backstory there, but always feel free to reach out. I know that these are personal things for sure. So, feel free to reach out in email. I'll put it below, because in the comments you're kind of exposed a bit. So always feel free to do that. I love talking to people about this kind of stuff. So today we're referencing this Outlive book here by Peter Attia. It's the science and art of longevity, and of course, there's so many parallels to gut health, and our gut is way more than just what we eat and what we do with our body, right? It's all encompassing, and so we'll start with the first reason is that you're so focused on, you don't understand your why. Just like I kind of lost my why so why I was doing this channel before I got those emails and those comments. You may not understand your why. You think that your why of wanting a better gut is a certain reason, but really it's not. And understanding your why is going to help you with the rest of the reasons. And so the second reason is going to be, you're not taking a holistic approach, And here's this guy that is talking about zodiac signs and holistic approach, but I promise we're getting into good stuff here today. So longevity and gut health are influenced by a combination of genetics, lifestyle choices, and environmental factors. Adopt a holistic approach that addresses multiple aspects of life. So, that's going to include everything, and not just, like I said, not just what you eat, but how you live your life. So you don't have the mental power to just express genes as you please, but you do have the ability to influence what genes are expressed. And by this I mean so if you're expressing a gene that's has a high likelihood of cancer, let's say, you can limit that expression of that. And by expression I mean the actualization in your body of your genes go through a process to produce proteins, which then make up your body. So it's that process that you can limit based off of multiple factors that we're going to discuss further as well. So the third reason why, and maybe we're getting to the obvious reasons here, is going to be nutrition. Emphasized a balanced and nutrient-rich diet that includes whole foods, colorful fruits and veggies, healthy fats and lean proteins, minimize processed foods and add sugars. And if you're having trouble with figuring out your nutrition, you can check out the Viome Gut Health Kit, which gives you a list of foods that are good specifically for you. So I'm having really fun with that at the moment. The fourth reason why your gut might be unhappy is physical activity. You're not engaging in regular exercise that induces a mix of aerobic, strength training, and flexibility. Now, what I see here is that physical activity supports cardiovascular health, muscle strength, and overall well-being. Oftentimes, when our gut is not doing well, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to lift. I definitely don't want to run on the treadmill. But the flexibility part here is so huge. It's so easy to use stomach pain as an excuse because it's a valid one, but you can always stretch, And I love David Goggins. If you don't know who that is, he's a Navy SEAL that does. He's a badass, to put it simply. But He was suffering from something with his vagus nerve, I believe, like a bump on the back of his neck. And he decided to stretch for 2 hours. He takes everything to the extreme. So he stretched for 2 hours a day, and, helped his vagus nerve on his own. That's anecdotal, but stretching, and especially if you have an upset stomach, you're going to have some positive benefits there. The fifth and one of the most important obvious signs is going to be sleep, right? Prioritizing quality sleep and to support various bodily functions, including cognitive health, immune function, and hormone regulation. Super important for your gut. The sixth reason is stress management. You want to practice stress reduction techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, going for walks, and limiting your negative impact on chronic stress. So again, I'm of the belief that thoughts are things, and listening to a great podcast with Dr. Joe Dispenza on the Diary of CEO, super great. I love all of his podcasts. He asks great questions. So that, as far as limiting stress and especially your thoughts, understanding how important your thoughts are, that's a great one to listen to and how they manifest themselves into reality. And it's not as simple as, because I've tried, it's not as simple as like meditating every day on good gut health. Eventually it has its limits, right? But this is all, these 13 reasons are a total package. The seventh reason, and one of maybe, now we're getting to more surprising things here, is going to be your social connections. Cultivate meaningful social relationships and engage in social activities. As strong social connections are associated with better mental and emotional well-being. This is going to help your stress levels. We're social people, social creatures, and it's going to play a big part on your gut health. And in the beginning, I discussed how it's so important to just run ideas by people, to have that support system. So definitely feel free to reach out or find your own social group. That's kind of what we're doing here with this channel. If you're having trouble with that, take up something fun. I gained some great friends in my recent ventures in jiu-jitsu, and I have a solid friend group. We just went out last night to have fun together. And if you haven't struggled from, you have struggled from gut issues. If you've ever taken the chance to just go have fun with friends, it seems to kind of silence those issues, at least for the time being. Mindset, the eighth reason why is just a poor mindset. Adapting a positive outlook on health and life in general. A positive attitude can contribute to resilience and overall happiness. We kind of talked about how thoughts are things. So that's going to be that. The ninth reason is you're not getting regular checkups. Maybe it's something simple. Maybe you need a course of antibiotics, which should be followed up with probiotics. But maybe you need a course of antibiotics. Maybe it's SIBO. Maybe you need a colonoscopy. Don't be scared to do that, because you can prevent a lot of things with regular checkups. Don't think that the YouTube gurus are all you need. Even if they're doctors, you have to go in and do these kind of things. The 10th reason why is harmful habits. All right, that's going to include smoking, excess alcohol consumption. So I'm on my 100th day of sobriety today. So that's another milestone for a good birthday here. But yeah, it's my 100th day of sobriety, and these harmful habits don't have to be just that. But what I've noticed is that drinking definitely messes up your gut health a lot, and you don't want to believe it. There's always going to be reasons to do it. But if you're clicked on this video, especially if you made it this far, you care about your gut, and so it's worth it to just experiment and try to withhold for a while, see if it improves, and if it doesn't, you go back to it. But give it 2 weeks and see what happens. I think another harmful habit that is maybe not talked about as much is the speed at which you eat, how much air you inhale while you eat, while you drink things. Slow down, savor your food, chew it all the way through, breathe through your nose, can't remain calm. You don't want to be in fight or flight while you're eating. It's supposed to be a time for relaxation, so that digest, rest and digest is the saying, right? Not fight or flight, but rest and digest. I've seen so many times that people just swallow a bunch of air with their food, end up with stomach issues. So that's maybe a simple solve right there. The 11th reason is something that you're currently making better right now, which is continuous learning. Keep your mind active by engaging in lifelong learning and intellectual challenges. We know we begin aging a lot more when we retire. Depending on how close you are to that, you're not worried about that. But constantly learning about what you can do to help your gut. It's such a complicated system that there is not a one fix. Everyone's going to have their input. They're saying, oh, this is what you need. You need to have bone broth. You need to have licorice root. You need to have all these things, but it's a combination of things, and that requires lifelong learning. The 12th reason why is you're not taking a personalized approach. So recognize that individuals' needs and genetics vary. Tailor your lifestyle choices to your unique circumstance and preferences. So again, maybe you're watching a bunch of YouTube videos and everyone's kind of saying different things, and you're not sure what to do about it. And some people want to go natural. Some people want to go on medicine. Some people, want to move to the mountains. Whatever you need to experiment. This is always like science is an experiment, obviously. Our bodies are kind of an experiment. And so what you would like to do is figure things out that work for you. Maybe you will do better on a vegan diet, or maybe you try an elimination diet and you don't digest vegetables as well as you thought, even though you're supposed to eat a high fiber diet. So you eat a lot more meat and, so personalize it. Figure it out. Maybe your stress relief is going out and partying with your friends. Perhaps your stress release, like mine, is staying in and binging Netflix, something like that. So you want to figure out how to personalize your approach. Again, I think elimination diet is amazing at that, for diet in particular. And you want to remain adaptable. So same thing here. One of the things that is be open-minded to your habits and routines as new scientific discoveries and health recommendations emerge. There's going to be stuff even on this channel that I look back at and say, how could I think that? But that's because, like I said, science is an experiment. There's always new things to figure out. Our bodies are experiments. I may have been able to compete at a super high level in track a certain amount of time ago, but now if I go do a medium workout with my clients, I might end up in a flare. So I can't do that. I have to maybe go for walks. I have to maybe just, walk the dog or something like that, go fishing or whatever that is. Be adaptable. And that's definitely going to help. If you like this style, let me know. Let me know in the comments, or let me know by liking the video, because this is going to be just way more podcasty. This is what I'm getting into now, just to make it more sustainable for the channel. So please let me know with a like.